Hi, my name is Anisa Poonja, and I'm doing this video because I really want to talk about sleep. I find that there's a lot of people out there that struggle to unwind and to slow down at the end of the day when it comes to sleeping. And we can be so worked up by the end of the day, so caught up in the mind, everything that we've done, the experiences that we've had, the emotional events that we've had during the day, and then everything that we need to do tomorrow and in a week's time, and then who knows, maybe you'll go 1 year later. So it's really important that when we're in that state of mind that we slow down properly. And slowing down, what does slowing down means? It means entering into our body. So when we enter fully into our body, then the mind can also slow down a little bit. So you might have noticed that there's this sense of restlessness in the body. So not only does the mind have a habit of running, but the body also has a habit of running, and that's that restlessness that I just mentioned before. So the body contains the mind, and the mind also contains the body. So entering fully into our body with our mindfulness and our breathing helps us to sweetly, bring the mind back and come back to our core and our center. So this is what I really want to focus with you on. So it's not about just taking a herb or taking a pill. It's about having a holistic approach to sleep. So I just want to go back into the psychology of the mind a little bit more. So in Zen Buddhism, they refer to stopping. So stopping as shamatha. So in order for us to have insight, which is vipassana, so shamatha and vipassana are like the two wings of a bird. And you need both to be able to fly, smoothly. And so shamatha is stopping, which is what we spoke about before, stopping and entering, surrendering fully into the present moments. And as we stop and we slow down, we calm down through our practice, then there's space for insight to arise, and that's vipassana. And it's usually when we have that space, which I'm sure all of you have experienced at some point in your life, that when you really let go, when you create that space for yourself, that's when those deeper insights can come up. It's usually when a lot of resolutions also can be resolved. Okay, so this sequence is going to incorporate different elements, like I mentioned before. So we are going to go through some really simple yoga poses, but we're also going to touch on our breathing. And we're also going to look at Tulsi tea. So Tulsi is an incredible Ayurvedic herb. It's such a powerful herb, and I really want to chat to you about it at the end as well. So this whole combination of, having that external support as well as tuning in internally and connecting internally is really important. So let's get started. So I'm lucky, I'm a yoga teacher, so I have all the gear. So I've got a bolster, a proper bolster, and I love my bolster. Anyway, and then I have the blocks as well and some really good blankets. But I know a lot of people don't have, all the proper props at home. And to be honest, you don't really need to have it. You can use what you have at home. So I went to my shelf and I found the Australian tax guide, which is nice and thick, as you can see, compared to the block. And then the subtle art of not giving a so that was by accident. It was pretty funny, the two together. So you can use these instead of blocks. So you just want to make sure, so whether if you have one big book or two smaller ones, that you can make it the same width. Okay, so let's get started. So the first pose that we're going to do is called Supta Virasana. So the Sanskrit word is nice to know, but it's not essential. It's just a little add-on. We're going to turn to the side. We're going to lift the buttocks up, and we're just very gently just turn the calves out to the side, and we're going to sit in between the feet, okay? So not on top, but in between the feet. So at this point here, if you feel like there's any pain in the knees, so when we're talking about pain, if there's a little bit of pressure, that's fine. But if you feel any sharp pain, then that's, you know, when you want to come out of it. You don't want to push yourself, okay? We need to respect our body. So it's very easy. You just basically grab a blanket and you fold it up, and then you put it in between. So when you lift up and you give yourself some height, it'll create more space in the knee joint, and so you won't feel that pain. It should be just nice and comfortable. And if it's not, then you just go a little bit higher again. So you need to feel into your body and see what you need, okay? So then the second part of it is you bring the bolster as close to the sacrum as possible, okay? So you can use pillows to prop yourself back. So before we lean back, so if you're in the full pose, we'll just quickly go back. This is how it looks like. So you bring your hands behind, the fingers towards the heels. And then I want you to lift your buttocks up, and I want you to lengthen your tailbone. So this is me sticking my bum out. I want you to lift your hips, lengthen the tailbone, and then slowly place your hips down and gently lay back and relax, okay? But if this is too intense, I'll show you another way. Okay, so if you want a little bit more opening, so we're really opening the chest, the lungs, stretching through the psoas and the quads as well. So feeling that nice gentle opening, you can bring your arms above your head if that feels comfortable. If it's too restrictive through the shoulders, you can just bring your arms beside the body and just closing your eyes down and just allowing yourself to ground, to feel the support of the earth below you. And just bringing your awareness to your breath. Feeling the gentle rise of the lower belly and the chest as you inhale kindly. And feeling the chest and the lower belly releasing, letting go as you fully exhale. Okay, and then you can grab your blocks if you have some, or your books that you've taken off your library, and we're going to prop them underneath the thigh. So not on the knee, but actually on an angle and underneath the thigh. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to bring the hands and behind, fingers towards the knees, towards the feet, and then we're going to very slowly lay down on the spine. So keep coming back to your breath gently and kindly. So when we connect with our breathing, we allow our whole body and mind to switch from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. So your sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight response. And your parasympathetic nervous system is your body's ability to rest and to digest. When we switch into the parasympathetic nervous system, we allow our whole body and mind to calm down and allow ourselves to ease into a more restorative state of mind. But it also helps us to heal overnight more effectively, to recuperate, to restore. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. So this pose is also really good for your hips if you have any menstrual pain or any PMS, and it's also really good if you have back pain. A lot of the hip openers help with back pain. And very gently, when you're ready, allow yourself to come back and gently open your eyes And when you're ready, we're gonna come up onto the elbows, come up onto the hands, and then slowly coming forward. I'm gonna bring the knees together, bring your feet in front, and just give yourself a little hug. And just closing your eyes down. Okay, so we're going to find ourselves a wall. So you can use any wall at home, or you can even lay on your bed and then just rest your legs up on the bed frame. So we're going to slowly come into it. And we're going to lay our spine down on the earth. So you can slowly bring your legs up. So as soon as you feel like your hips are coming up, it means that you need to move back a little bit. Okay? So if you've noticed now, my sacrum is completely flat, okay? So you can bring your hands on your lower belly, close your eyes down. And slowly bringing your awareness to your breath again. And I want you to see if you can breathe into your hands. Breathing into your lower belly as you inhale. Into your sacrum, into your hips. And as you exhale, softening, releasing. So this pose is really good for many different things. It's good if you've been feeling down, if you've been feeling a little bit depressed. It's really good for anxiety, for stress. It's really good for calming the body and mind. It's good for insomnia. It's good for the circulation. If you think about it, we're up on our feet all the time. So reversing that flow and allowing that flow to, the blood flow to move down and nourish the heart and the brain and the thyroid. Good, and then just letting go of what I said and just come back to your breath. Good, and we're just going to gently roll to the right side and just stay here on your right side for a few breaths. Good, and slowly when you're ready, press into your hand and slowly coming up. Slowly when you're ready, let's come into a gentle normal cross legs. And I want you to bring one hand on your heart and one hand on your lower belly and just closing your eyes down. And we're just going to connect with our breath a little bit more. So I want you to breathe into the palms of your hands. And as you do, I want you to visualize a white light pulsating and expanding from the palms of your hands. So this white light is your own internal force, your own energy. So coming back to the seat of your heart. And gently opening your eyes, keeping a soft gaze on the earth. And you can gently release your hands. So I hope you enjoy this beautiful sequence and you feel centered and calm. And there's this beautiful tea that I really wanted to share with you. It's called Tulsi. It's an incredible, incredible plant. It's considered to be the most sacred, one of the most sacred plants in India. And this one is called Tulsi and Tulsi Sleep. And it's got this beautiful herbal infusion. So it combines like Ayurvedic herbs, and Ayurveda is Indian medicine, with the more common ones, the more common herbs that we know, like chamomile and peppermint, and it's got a hint of cardamom as well. So it's just a really powerful combination of herbs that will help to soothe your nervous system and to promote a really restorative kind of deep sleep. When you wake up in the morning, you don't feel groggy, you feel energized, you feel calm, you feel restored. And it's really different to, the sleeping pills that, we're traditionally given by our doctors, which, there's a place for that as well. But it's good to try as much as we can to take care of our body and mind with natural remedies. And I found that this is really good for me. especially for me last night before doing this video. So I really highly recommend it, and it tastes so nice as well. So it's Organic India, and yeah, if you want to try it out, I can give you a 15% discount. If you use, all you got to do is just use the name Anisa at checkout, and you get a nice discount, and then you can test it out. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear. Thank you.